Have you ever been conscious about peer pressure in your life? Have you ever felt jealous about your own friends, peer, family, colleagues, basically your own people? And have you ever wondered why our mind even succumbs to such negativity? If you're wondering about this feeling called jealousy and peer pressure and want to find a way to handle it, then my friend, this video is meant for you. I'm going to bring you some interesting perspectives in this video which will change your outlook about peer pressure, and I hope it gives you some motivation to lead your life on your own terms. So why are we waiting? Let's get started. Hey guys, welcome to my channel Cool Mage. I'm Priya and I'm really excited to see you here one more time. If you're visiting my channel for the first time and you're somebody who's interested in learning groundbreaking perspectives, watching some inspiring ideas and a little bit of travel vlogs, then this channel is meant for you. I do new videos every single week, so do subscribe to my channel. So that being said, now let's get to today's video. See, the first idea that I want to discuss with all of you is, if envy is a fever, then the whole world is ill. Yeah, you heard me right. Jealousy and peer pressure is a feeling that nobody can escape. If you tell, no Priya, I don't have peer pressure in my life, then I really want you to relook into your life, because there are moments all of us get succumbed to it, but few of us are intelligent enough to come out of it. Few of us get stuck there. But the existence of jealousy and peer pressure in everybody's life, it's like a raw truth. It's there. So we're going to explore this a little more in this video. But first, let's look at, why do we get jealous in the first place? What is this jealousy? Where does this come from? See, it's an emotion. Let's acknowledge that in the first place. Like how you feel angry, you feel happy, you feel joyful, you feel loving. You'll also feel jealous in certain moments of your life. So, but where does this come from? In my own understanding, I would say it comes from two different ways. Like, what do I say? See, the first one is it comes from within, from your own thoughts. And the second thing is it's thrusted upon you by the world. Now let me give you an analogy for understanding how it comes from within. See, let's imagine you live in a beautiful house. Maybe a 2-bedroom flat, comfortable, you have enough space, you have great memories with your family, no complaints. Actually, it's a happy home, okay? And somehow you get to find one of your schoolmates after a very long time, and you're so happy to meet this person, and your school friend invites you for a lunch, a meal to their home. To his or her home, not their home, okay? So you go for this lunch, you go for meeting him or her, and this friend of yours lives in a penthouse, very luxurious home, excellent furniture, everything is like super luxurious, and you're happy for him or her. But there is a feeling that comes within. See, so far you had no complaints about your house, but the moment you have something better in front of you, which you think is better, is in front of you, you get this feeling that maybe my house is not that great. Maybe I don't have such a beautiful home. The moment this feeling comes within you, I call that emotion, that one moment of whatever you go through, that's jealousy. That's like, so far, if you had nothing to compare with, you're happy with what you have. See, if there are only dwarfs in the world, nobody will worry about being tall. But the moment you have something better to compare with and you think you're short of something, whatever the feeling comes from within is jealousy. You want something so badly, you're working for it, you're not having it, but somebody else who you know has it. Again, what you go through is jealousy. So this is an example for how it creeps or comes from within. But there is equally another perspective where it's also sometimes thrusted on you. Now, how do I give an example of this? One of my friend's mom called me, and she was just inquiring about how we are doing as a family, a usual casual call. And somewhere during the process of talking, she updated that her son has bought a new house, and after this lockdown and all, they may like, like move into the new home. I was like, oh wow, congratulations, nice. And out of the blue, she's told me that I know you've been living in this house for so long, like the home that I'm living right now. And she said, like, when are you moving to a new big house? You should also buy a new house, and you should invite me for your Grah Pravesam. And instantly, I answered her saying that, yeah, soon, I'll let you know. I'll give you this good news. And I hung up that call. But soon after I kept that call, I was wondering, why did I say this to her? And what just happened in that particular call? See, have you noticed this? Sometimes the world only expects big news from you. It's like, if you are in graduation, the world is worried when you will get a job. If you are not married, the world is worried when will you get married. If you have one child, when is the next child? If you don't have a child, when are you going to bear a child? Pretty much the world always needs some big news from you, some celebration from you that you have to pump up to the world. And it's like we need to constantly showcase to this world that we are living a good life, we are progressing, we are moving forward. There's this thrust. So sometimes, unfortunately, this is also thrusted on us. So when it gets thrusted on us and then we succumb to it, I would call that as peer pressure. How do I put this? See, imagine, let me give you this as a simple analogy. Imagine that you are going for a picnic with your family. Now, you have a simple hatchback car, 4 or 5 of you have like planned to go for this picnic, and you have packed all your stuff. Then you're driving on the highway. Every now and then you're stopping to enjoy the scenery, you're enjoying the ride, you're playing best of the music inside the car, you're laughing and chatting and enjoying the entire ride. You stop by and have the best of the best chai. Like, you are like, like that is an amazing picnic, amazing ride, amazing journey. But now, somewhere while you were going, imagine there's another car on the highway, maybe a sedan car, something better than yours. Let's take that as an example. And this person inside the car randomly calls you for a race. Would you like to race with me? Or you just inculcate a thought that I should go before this car. Either it's from within or it's thrusted on you. Let's imagine somehow you end up and you decide to race with that car. Now you know what will happen to your entire journey? Your entire focus will just shift only in moving ahead of that car. Only just to, prove that your car is better or you are better. Some reason that you want to pull off, and your entire focus will get drifted towards this competition, this race or this chase mode. So now you will stop enjoying the journey. Maybe if someone inside your car even talks to you, you'll say, wait, I'm focusing on this, we'll talk later. You won't focus on listening to the best of the music. Maybe you will not even enjoy the scenery. And let us imagine that you lose the race, the other car wins it. Now when you reach the destination, you will feel much more miserable. See, one thing you miss out is both the cars are different. The engine capacity is different. The driver experience is different. The capacity of the car itself is different. Now, sometimes we end up, like competing with something which has better experience, better mileage, better engine capacity, and then you want to push yourself so harder to prove some point, and finally you lose it. Now when you reach the destination, you are extra miserable only because, one thing, you didn't even win the race, and number two, you also didn't enjoy the journey. So you're missing the whole point. See, the whole point about life is not reaching a destination. Have you seen, you keep a goal for yourself, you achieve it, after that you're not feeling, see, for a moment you'll be happy. Then you will set up a new goal. Why? Because the point is never the destination that you reach. The point is the journey to the destination. Journey is basically the life. But because you focused on this race and chase mode, because you succumbed to peer pressure, or you got jealous and you want to prove some nonsense point to the world, you missed the whole journey. You missed to enjoy the scenery. How miserable it can get. I want you to give one more incident that happened to me very recently, which really, tempted me to speak on this. One of my friends, see, I'm running a workshop right now called Connecting the Dots. It's a workshop on, becoming an extraordinary speaker, becoming an extempo speaker, stuff like that, something interesting. And I wanted a focus group with whom I can, work along. So I just wanted 6 people for 6 weeks. We will intensely practice and we will learn something out of that. So there's so many experimental viewpoints towards the course. So I just wanted 6 people and I got them. So I closed the doors for my workshop happily and I announced that, I got 6. So one of my trainer colleagues, couple of days before, when I was having a conversation with that person, randomly said, but why are you saying you just got 6 people? You can do better than that. What will the world think of you? For a moment I jerked. Oh, did I put a wrong picture? Will the world respect only if I have more participants? Whatever. For a moment, even I was taken over by that thought. Then finally, after I processed and retrospected that call, see, what I wanted in reality was actually 6 people to work intensely and to share some interesting thoughts that run in my mind. That was my original intention. Now, because this thought is thrusted on me, for a moment I jerked. For a moment I thought, oh yeah, what the world will think of me. But then once I analyzed, I came back to my need. Now I'm not sorry. In fact, I'm happy for what I did. But then look at, this is how sometimes we get taken over. And what just happened to me, if I succumbed to that thought and I felt sorry about what I did and I repented and I changed my actions, that is called acting on peer pressure. You know what? A lot of times in our life, we end up doing things just to, satisfy the world's expectations on you. See, I'm a great fan of Bruce Lee. This is my second thought, which I really want to present to you in this video. He beautifully says, I'm a big fan. He just lived some 35 years on this planet, but a man who lived completely on his own terms. He, before that, the fighting was completely different. The way he fought, the way he projected his art in front of, people, that was amazing. Everything about him as a person, to me personally, is amazing. And I love this quote of Bruce Lee where he says, see, you are not existing here to fulfill my expectations, neither I am there to fulfill your expectations. We are here to lead our lives. I'm not exactly saying that quote, but the inline meaning, the implied meaning of his words are whatever I said just now in my own version. What a beautiful way of living, isn't it? If we are not taken over by the world's expectations, imagine how beautiful your life would be. See, ask yourself, if you had all the money, all the wealth, all the freedom, everything that you need is already there in your life. Now ask yourself what you will do with your life. What do you really want? Now, if you ask me, maybe I just want to be in the woods, maybe hug a tree, sleep on leaves, spend some solitude. I love solitude. I want to be, like in unison with Mother Nature, but how long I can contemplate, sleep on the leaves. I want to come back to my family, play with them, eat a good meal. I love food. I want to enjoy a meal. I love movies, watch a movie with them, instantly laugh on some jokes, sleep. My life is successful, my life is happy, my life is fulfilled. I only need this. Now, I just said my version, but deep within, imagine that you have everything you already want. What will you do with your life? You will just do simple stuff. You will just enjoy the journey. You will actually start living your life when you have everything. But because we postpone this, let me get everything that I want and then I start living, sometimes we live a life. I know a lot of my friends who save money like hell just for their children. Like, he should have a house. Like, why are you worried about your kids' life? They have a life, they will live it. I mean, I'm not saying don't save. The talk is not about don't challenge yourself. Challenge yourself, improve yourself, but for your sake, not to prove something to the world. See, there are days I work till 1 p.m., 2 p.m. in the night. Sometimes I lose track of time. There are days I don't feel like having lunch. I skip it. But I do this because I felt that way. I wanted it. I wanted to work. Not because to prove a point to the world that, I'm a workaholic. That's where the differentiation factor comes. And I'm not saying that I have never felt jealous. Of course, I said the raw truth. The opening of the video, I admitted that I have felt jealous. You want something, somebody else has it, you get that. Or somebody thrusts on peer pressure, I did jerk. But then what I am inviting you as an idea in this particular video is, just think, it's your life. See, after 60, 70 years, like whatever is your lifetime, end of the day, you're going to end as a photograph in your house and you're just a piece of memory for the rest of the people. You're just going to disappear from this planet. And you've got some 70, 60, whatever the number of years with you. Will you spend this time just proving that you're better than another person, or you are on the race, or you're an accomplished person, or would you spend this in enjoying the journey? I want you to look at this. Imagine a life where you live it completely on your terms. How beautiful, how powerful it would be. I don't know, the very thought of it. See, I strongly feel that all of us should get courage to become who we actually are. Most of the times, we are people just to please the eyes of the world. We want to come across intelligent, we want to come across smart, we want to come across rich, we want to come across accomplished, we want to come across whatever. You should be that, and if the world assumes that you are that, that's different. You're trying to become something so that the world can assume you as a personality. I somewhere feel that's the saddest part. You go and ask a final year college student what you want in your life, he may not even think. He will just say, I need a job, I want to get married, make babies, have a decent house, have a car. It's 99% of the world has only this as a goal, which is like the necessity. I'm not denying it, but you drive your entire ride only racing and chasing, and you're missing the whole point, which is the journey. But I would like or invite you to just pause for a moment. Just look around, enjoy the scenery, enjoy your life, enjoy your breath, enjoy your presence, because your life is so private. It's so precious. You've just got a very little time on this planet, and you have to live it for yourself. You have to, do things that gives you utmost bliss, utmost pleasure, and every act that you do, it should reflect, what you are from within, and not what the world expects you to do. So I hope I conveyed something to you in this video. I don't tend to become preachy, because when I got this call from my friend's mom, and when my trainer colleague who just passed that comment on me, instantaneously I had this jerk. And I thought all of us would have felt this in one or the other ways in our life. Sometimes our own people, we look at them and feel jealous. I have known a lot of sisters, like siblings. Now they want to be better than each other. Now in the family of cousins, one child has to be better than the other children in the family. We constantly, keep proving the point that, I'm smart, I'm good, this has become, a way of life, which I think all of us should step back. What if you're ordinary? Still, you have your journey. The point is not being ordinary or extraordinary. The point is being, are you really enjoying the journey of your life? Don't miss this point, because let me very clearly state to you, the point of existence is not reaching a destination. Because the moment you reach a destination, you will set your course for another destination. That's how the very design of life is. The point of life and existence is enjoying the journey. So after 60, 70 years of living, don't look back your life and feel, oh God, I wasted my entire life proving some points, but I never actually lived. So I invite all of you to just relook into, next time if something happens like this, question yourself and don't succumb to peer pressure. Your life is so private, so precious. Live it on your own terms. And with that thought, I think we have come to the end of this video. If you really like the idea that I shared to you in this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you think this can bring a smile on somebody's face and it's a useful message, do share it. And don't forget to click the subscribe button, subscribe to my channel. And I do videos every single week, as I said. So come back next week. I'll see you here. Until then, take good care of yourself. Bye-bye.